Hello everyone, Jess here. I hope you're well. This is your weekly collective intuitive Reiki healing. We're going to set the intention for the week of October 16th to the 22nd, 2023. But whenever you find this message, it's meant for you, and that's the time that you're supposed to see it and receive it. Okay, so welcome back. For those of you who found previous healing supportive, and if you're new, welcome. The way this works in any of my healings is that I normally pull a card, or in the weekly, in this case, I pull 3 tarot cards, and it just sets the tone for the healing. And then I give about a 10-minute or so intuitive healing where messages come up. Take what you resonate with and leave the rest. As always, if you're new to Reiki, welcome. It's a harmonious energy healing modality. It will not ever deplete or cause harm. It has everything to do with your willingness to collaborate with it. It's powerful enough for us to do from a distance or virtually, which is why you can watch this video over and over again if you like. Okay, so welcome, welcome. I also want to thank those of you who've been really supporting each other in the comments. It's so beautiful to see, holding space for healing for each other, and just supporting the channel in that regard so that we can really build a community together of love and support and kindness and compassion, because I think we can all agree that we can do with a little bit more of that. Okay, so thank you again to those of you as well who've been sending in donations, liking, sharing the videos, subscribing. Please do so if you haven't already. I truly appreciate it. It really helps the healing circulate and get to more people. Okay, so I am filming this in the midst of our powerful new moon solar eclipse energy in Libra. And when you watch this, that'll have already happened. We'll be in the, shadow period of that energy. But October in general is just powerful, man, with all of our eclipses. So let's see what we've got going on. Okay, guys. We're going to pull 3 cards for the collective for October 16th to the 22nd, please, for this Reiki healing. 3 cards, please. Two more, please. Thank you. One more. One more for the collective, please. We need one more, please. Is that it? Yep. Okay. All right. I'm using the Shadowscapes Tarot. The art is gorgeous. Okay, wonderful. So we got the 4 of Wands. We got the Lovers. And we got the Page of Wands. A lot of fire energy. I mean, definitely with the wands, but that I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling the fire. Remember, we all have all elements within us in some capacity. So it's just a matter of how we tap in. Okay, so before all the messages start coming through and exploding out of my mouth, let's take a moment and we're going to thank the Reiki for all the healing that's about to take place. Okay, this is your first time receiving. You don't have to work. So just take a breath. Get into your body, okay? You can sit, you can lie down, you receive it however it's natural for you, okay? But let's just take a moment. We're going to thank this Reiki. For those of you who are also highly sensitive, empaths, very sensitive to the energies. You might be feeling extra fiery or even kind of buzzed. That's the word that's coming up. I feel like my hands don't even quite want to ground and be still. They feel a little jittery. And that's because we're navigating a lot, and we're navigating so much that we aren't even conscious of, you know. Only 5% of our mind is the conscious mind. Everything else is subconscious. There are huge, huge movements and shifts happening within our body, within our etheric field, our auric field, energy. And I don't know why this message is coming through. I think maybe just some of you need to hear that so that we, if you're someone who's really sensitive and you wake up and you're like, why do I feel so crazy? What the heck is going on? Just remember that you're always in collaboration with the energy around you, whether it's other people or the cosmos, which is a big deal. Yeah. But yes, I'm feeling a lot of fire here. Mm-hmm. So we have had a lot of energy in the astrology in the past few months and still now that have been very relationship oriented. And I want to be really clear that it's relationships of all kinds: familial, friendship, intimate, business. Even open your mind to think about the relationship with the person that you just look at and smile as you're walking down the sidewalk. And I'm also just getting a very macro message of just the relationship with the unity that is us. And this is hitting my heart really, really hard. I think that this is an important message for a lot of us right now, especially with the state of the world, that we can have that reminder of, even if we disagree with others, even if we feel even if we feel animosity towards another person, to not feed hate with hate is coming up. Fighting hate with hate is never helpful. So take that as it resonates, okay? How can we go into love? That does not mean excusing actions that are inexcusable. That does not mean that. So I don't know, that's really strong. All right, but relationship energy comes up very strongly. The Lovers is a relationship card. It's also a card of choice. And I feel like there's a lot of you right now who are a bit at a crossroads, or maybe you have been, or were recently, or are about to be. What I'm also getting, especially with the Four of Wands card that we got, is, Four of Wands is gorgeous. It's a call for celebration. It's happiness. It's gathering. It's just really gorgeous. But there's something within the card today that I'm picking up on, and with this energy that I'm feeling from the collective, that even though we do have some sort of cause for celebration, whether that was the recent past, current, immediate future, it's not an arrival. And it is something to be nurtured and to continue to work on, whatever that might mean for you. So let's say, for example, that you just started a new relationship and you're really happy about it and cause for celebration. Try not to sink into this concept of I have arrived and everything's okay now. Extreme black and white thinking will never serve us, right? So it's not to put you in fear of like, oh my gosh, the relationship might not work out. This is just an example, by the way. But we can say, wow, what a beautiful thing to celebrate. And because it is so important to me, I'm going to continue to nurture it. Okay. And with that Page of Wands, it's not quite as strong as the, Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, or even the Knight of Wands. It's incredibly passionate, but I'm feeling a very beginning stage vibe out of whatever's going on with you guys. This could be work related as well. And I'm getting a lot of messages of massive, massive shifts in career, like career changes. You've been doing the same thing for maybe even decades, and all of a sudden you're completely switching it up. Or maybe you're being presented with that choice soon. But yeah, many, many messages coming up. They all do feel connected in the end, even though it sounds a little bit like I'm coming from here and coming from there. But let's do a chakra check-in, okay, guys? Let's see. For the collective here, what do we need to focus on the most? What do we need to focus on? Okay, yeah, we're going to focus today on the heart chakra and the root chakra. So, specifically speaking to, I just got a big wave of energy. Wow. Okay, sorry, before I continue on that thought, guys, I'm getting a really strong message of really watching when you are resisting something that is screaming out at you. Okay? When we resist any sort of message or energy, so for example, you have some pent up emotion that needs to be released and you're resisting it, or something's happening in your inner circle that isn't going exactly the way you planned. And so you feel as if you can kind of navigate and control your way into finding the proper path in your mind. Try not to resist so much. If you allow yourself to step back, go with the flow a little bit more, I can guarantee that if there's something that needs to be released, it will release faster. You will gain more clarity. There will be less confusion, less complexity. As I'm saying all this, my heart is like pulling up to my throat. It's quite interesting. I feel like some of you are even resisting in the sense of, I don't want to rock the boat. I'm maybe avoiding, I'm maybe not speaking up about something. Some of you, it's the opposite. Like you might be speaking up too much because you're just really trying to do your best to kind of micromanage a situation. I understand. I've been there. I've been there. But big, big message on what am I resisting right now? Okay, and now they're helping me kind of bring it back to the chakras. Some of you are resisting because you're fearing. That's pretty much what I was going to get at. You're feeling as if it's compromising your safety and your security somehow. So there's a deep, deep fear with some of you. Okay? We have a lot going on right now. I mean, if we go macro out just to the world right now, there's a lot of fear. And I know that if we can support each other so much more, I'm not saying it's simple like that, but there is something to be said about community, remembering that we're not alone, remembering that we're not alone. Mm. Okay. So yes. So the root, there's this like threat to our safety or threat to our security for some of you, Um, so faith over fear, and I'm feeling deja vu, like I feel like I said this message in the last weekly or something like that. I just want to remind you guys again, I have a podcast and there's a solo episode that's called Becoming Friends with Your Fear. Beautiful, beautiful meditation in there. So if this resonates with you, go ahead and find that on my podcast playlist. I do a little talk and then it goes into a meditation. Okay, guys, that was really interesting because as I was starting to say more on the faith and love over fear, the camera completely shut off, like huge overwhelm of energy. And I felt it just rush through my body. So I just always take those things as confirmation. So I believe that daily we can receive that reminder of when I'm in fear, not to just completely dismiss it, but to thank it. Thank you for your red alert, but I'm not going to let you drive the car. Okay. Love and faith instead. How can we get into that mindset? Okay. Now, Page of Wands, new beginning. And this actually is bringing in a sign of hope. I'm feeling this huge sensation of hope with that. So, some of you with the fear, it might bring you into dwelling on negativity. If you find that you've been in a phase of some pessimism, I am not a fan of toxic positivity, but try your best to really step outside of yourself and ask you what is true. I just saw 111. What is true? And are the feelings that I have actually facts? I love using that mantra. Feelings are not facts. Okay. They're not things to ignore. We want to honor them, but see them as energy to release. That brings us back to, do you have some pent up emotion? Don't resist. Don't resist. So don't resist. Faith and love over fear. Okay. And this is clearly affecting the collective's heart chakra. No doubt about it. Whew. Okay, guys, let's take a really big breath into our heart. Open yourself up. Just allow yourself to melt in the heart center for a second. If anything comes up, just allow it to, okay? The giving and the receiving of love, that doesn't have to be through intentional action. Yeah, it can be through thought. It can be through prayer, through meditation, through thought. I already said thought. I just saw 222. Okay, beautiful, guys. All right, let's take a moment and take a final breath together. As always, you can focus on a white light coming down into your body. You can also focus on green if you really want to bring yourself into heart center, or you can do a red, kind of like the color of my nails, for your root if you're feeling like you're very much in fear or some sort of safety security thing going on, okay? Relax your body and we'll inhale in through the nose together, hold at the top. Holding at the top, feeling whatever color you desire coming down into your body. It's going into your bloodstream, into your cells, vibrating, vibrating. You are safe. You are loved. You are safe. You are loved. You are safe. You are loved. Exhale. Push out what no longer serves you. Beautiful, guys. You're not alone. That just keeps coming up. You're not alone. Let me know how you're doing in the comments, okay, family? I love you guys so much. Let's take a moment. Let's lock your energy up nice and tight into your solar plexus chakra. We are not putting on armor. We never do. Okay. You have free will. You are allowed to bring in whatever you like. You have the choice. Okay. So, what will you choose to bring in? Let's ask what does not serve us to kindly stay out. Yeah. You have immense power, collective family. Immense power just through your intention. Don't forget that. You're not powerless in the sense of things just happen to you all the time. I don't know why that's coming through, but someone needs to hear that. Okay. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you for all of your support. As always, my additional info is down below in reference to everything. And I hope you like these new weekly healings and these check-ins together. And I will see you in another week.